wanna be a hero. Pokemon Advance.
Hello and welcome to the finale of Pokemon Emerald. Yes, it is finally time for the finale. We've had this LP has been going on for over a year now. July 17th, 2010. I checked. So yeah, time to end this finally. Basically, we're just gonna do two things in this video. One's quick, one's quick and boring. One's epic. These people here, after you have collected three. I think this is good. Tough trainer. Listen, I could be doing a play game with what goes on in the battlefront here. One of the facilities on the battlefront. You'll see each pick a different trainer is taking the battle point. This will only be allowed to happen after you get 3 silver symbols at minimum. Since I've got 7, I don't need. I can do this. That's one card. No thanks. I don't really care because I don't need the battle points. You've already seen what the use 404. You can get stuff. You can get stuff at the facility, or you can have your opponent, or you can get top moves by those 2 old ladies. But either way, it doesn't really matter for me. Instead, we're going to a final destination of this LP, and the final destination is the Mount Moon. Mount Moon. Ugh. Not Mount Moon, you idiot. Mount Chip. Meteor Falls. God. What am I saying? Yes, but before we head up there, before we head up to Meteor Falls, we're gonna have to make a few. We're gonna have to make a few changes. Actually, I'll do the changes off screen so you guys can, and then I'll show you how to on screen. One sec. Do the quick things before we go to a final challenge. I completely forgot to tell you about the second round of Pokemon for all the Battle Brains. I said I would, so I'm going to. Starting off here with Greta. In the second round, she is an Umbreon with the Chester Berry moves: Double Edge, Confuse Ray, Vest, and Psychic. It's the obligatory won't the fuck die Pokemon because Umbreon has really high special and physical defense, and then has Rest combined with the Chester Berry, which is a free insta heal pretty much. And beyond that, it's just going to be annoying with Confuse Ray and Psychic. Next, she has a Gengar with leftovers moves: Psychic, Hypnosis, Dream Eater, and Destiny Bond. Pretty much nothing really to say. It's gonna use Hypnosis and Dream Eater to keep itself healthy along with its leftovers while spamming Psychic, and if it gets low, it will use Destiny Bond. Then finally, she has a Balloon with a Lumberry, moves Spore, Focus Punch, Giga Drain, and Headbutt. Basically, it's just going to try and Spore you, which will paralyze you, and then try and get a Focus Punch out, because Focus Punch requires 2 turns, and if you get hit, you lose the ability of the move, which is which I don't like Focus Punch, but if you have the right circumstance, like if you Parafuse an opponent, then I suppose it's not a bad thing, because the chances that your opponent's Pokemon will attack are very low. Next up, we have Annabelle at the Battle Saloon. She has a Raikou with a Lumberry, moves Thunderbolt, Calm Mind, Reflect, and Rest. Basically, like most things, it's going to use Rest to heal itself, or using Calm Mind and Reflect to boost its stats up, and then just spam Thunderbolt. If you have a Ground type, this thing is completely worthless, and is an awful example of how to use a Legendary Pokemon. Next up, we have Latios. Yes, she is rolling in Legendaries, with a Bright Powder move, Psychic, Dragon Claw, Calm Mind, and Recover. Basically, the way this is going to work, it's going to use Calm Mind several times to boost up its special defense and attack, while using Recover to keep itself healthy, and then just spam Dragon Claw and Psychic to bring out massive damage. And then finally, we have a Snorlax with obviously Chester Berry, which means it has Curse, Return, Vest, and Shadow Ball. This thing will use Curse to raise its physical physical attack and defense while lowering its speed because it's already slow. And then use Rest along with the Chester Berry and free heal, and then just spam Return or Shadow Ball. I'm not sure why it has Shadow Ball. That's not a physical move. Whatever. Then next we have Spencer at the Battle Palace. First up, he has an Arcanine with a White Herb, which prevents stat loss. It knows the moves Overheat, Extreme Speed, Roar, and Protect. Not the best Arcanine, honestly. It's got Overheat. I guess it uses its Overheat along with the White Herb to get 2 fully powered Overheats, which is a very powerful move, but beyond that, not much to it. Extreme Speed is okay to move, but why have Roar at this stage in the game? That makes no sense. Protect, I can kind of see it. I'm not a big fan of it, but I can see it being useful in certain circumstances. Next up, he has a Slacky with a Scope Lens, moves Hyper Beam, Earthquake, Shadow Ball, and Yawn. Basically, he's just going to try and spam the really powerful moves while using the Scope Lens to make sure they don't miss. Kind of annoying, but not the best stacking again. Not sure why he has Yawn. That makes no sense to have this stage of the game. It's a 2-stage attack which can be negated by. Actually, you can't switch out. Actually, you can. Yeah, which can be switched up, which can be native by switching out, and it wastes a turn because he has the loaf. Then we have a Suicune. Yes, a Suicune. With a King's Rock, moves Blizzard, Surf, Bite, and Calm Mind. This thing's tough. As you can imagine, it's a Suicune, it's a legendary, and it has Blizzard and Surf, which are both very powerful moves for the things so be careful of that. Alright, then moving on to Lucy in the Battle Pipe. She has a Viper with a... Shoot, I do not have what she has as a hold item. Shoot. Whatever. Moves Swagger, Crunch, Sludge Bomb, and Giga Drain. We'll use Swagger to increase your attack and piss you off, while using Sludge Bomb to try and poison you, and Giga Drain to keep itself healthy. Very straightforward. Not the most threatening Pokemon. Then we have Steelix with Bright Powder moves Earthquake, Rock Slide, Screech, and Explosion. We'll use Screech to lower your defense, then spam Earthquake and Rock Slide do massive damage, and if it's low in health, explode. Next we have Gyarados with the Chesterberry, moves Dragon Dance, Return, Roar, and Vest. Only move this thing has to attack with is Return, which does more damage the happier the Pokemon is. Not sure why they did that. That makes next to no sense, because Dragon Dance raises a special attack and physical attack, so it's the best thing I guess, but again, what's with all the raw Pokemon? That makes no sense. Whatever. Next up we have Brandon at the battle pyramid. Like I said before, he is an Articuno, a Moltres, and a Zapdos, 3 legendary birds from the first gen. The Articuno has a Scope Lens along with the moves Blizzard, Water Pulse, Area Race, and Reflect. Not much to really say. We'll use Reflect to boost its physical defense and then just spam its very powerful moves. Next up, Zapdos with the Lumberry. We'll use Thunder, Detect, Drill Peck, and Light Screen. Pretty much the exact same thing. We use Light Screen to raise its special defense, then use Detect if it sees something dangerous, or otherwise we just spam Thunder and Drill Peck, which are both very powerful moves, but don't have the greatest accuracy. At least Thunder does it. I'm not sure about Drill Peck. Finally, Moltres with a Bright Powder moves Fire Blast, Hyper Beam, Area Race, and Safeguard. Again, one defense move they use at the beginning, and then just spam its very powerful moves. And then finally for Tucker in the battle dome, he has a Latias, moves with a chest what the hell? I think it's a Chesterberry. My handwriting is awful sometimes for some reason. Moves Thunderbolt, Psychic, Calm Mind, and Rest. Very much the exact same as Animal's Latios, just instead of Dragonflower, it knows Thunderbolt. They couldn't come up with anything new in the original, so they just re-scrapped the Pokemon with a different skin, pretty much. Then we have a Swampert. Has a Leftovers, moves Surf, Ice Beam, Earthquake, and Mirror Coat. Same exact Swampert he had before, except now instead of counter, it has Mirror Coat, which is probably the worst, which is probably more nasty of the two moves, in my opinion. And then finally, his final Pokemon is a Metagross with a Quick Claw, moves Psychic, Meteor Mesh, Earthquake, and Protect. You know my feelings on Metagross, it is a beast, it knows Earthquake and Meteor Mash and Psychic, which are all very powerful moves. Be careful of it. Alright then, we got one more thing to do, and actually we need to go back to Flower Town to do that before we face the final challenge. See you in 1 sec, folks. 1 sec before we take out anything else, guys, there's something I completely forgot to mention about. It's something you can do once you... Come on, pal. There's something you can do after you beat the Elite Four, but I completely forgot you could do it, and more interrupt. Elliot. I think he's a fisherman. Whatever. We can go to the Foster Guy's house. Remember, this is where we got the TM Dig. And way back when. Now, if you go in here, you can talk to this dude. It's a Foster Mania. It's so dreamy. Oh, let's say it that way. I was digging it away. You see, when the whole wall collapsed. There's a giant cabin underneath now. I'll go, because I don't think there's any fossils there. Why? You know what? I believe you are wrong, my good sir. Because if you travel this path long enough, like this, you get the root fossil. Well, I don't technically get the root fossil, you get the other fossil. If you remember way back when, near like the first half of the game, we went to the Mirage Tower and we got a fossil, which was Armaldo, which I kind of regret still. But this is but down here, to become the Elite Champion, you can get the other fossil that you did not get. So this is something else you can do here, just if you want to make a team with Armaldo and Cradily. My opinion has changed the fact that Cradily is better than Armaldo. It's not because Cradily can just be annoying as hell if you fight him correctly, as you'll soon see. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
That's what I wanted to show you right now, and now we will go to the final battle soon. Actually, I want to see something. Not that. I want to see. Does he say anything different now that we've got the puzzle? Guess not. Okay, whatever. See you at the final battle. Alright, we're at the entrance to Mountain Media Falls, and I'll show you what I did. I gave all my Pokemon back their held items, and also I taught Gutsman Surf and I taught Muddy Waterfall. Reason for this is to do this finale, you need both those moves, but unfortunately I can't afford to bring a Edgeham Slave, so I had to teach it to both of them. Isn't a big deal. I'm not planning to do anything after this really, but I just need it. So it's not a huge deal, but just the reason why. Now, time to head into Media Falls. And point out the waterfall. I have a max repel in effect right now, so that's why we're not running into any Pokemon. Go over here. Here. Go over here. Go up here. This door was not originally here. This is only available after you become the champion. Look what it is. Steven. Dun dun dun. Ah, crap. One sec. Damn it. Sorry about that. My laundry decided to be done at that moment for some odd reason. But anyway, for my first Pokemon up, I'm gonna actually have Igneo, because Igneo has something I want. That sounded very wrong, but I don't care. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. Yes, I know how good you are. Time for Steven. Steven is the hardest trainer in the game. At least outside the Battle Frontier if you've trained up enough, but all his Pokemon are in the 70s. All mine are 60. You can guess what that means. This isn't going to be easy. Okay. First up, he's going to start with a Skarmory. Moves level 77, moves Poison, moves Toxic, Spikes, Steel Wing, and Aerial Ace. This thing can be extremely annoying for later in the fight because it knows Spikes and Toxic. Spikes is a move that whenever you switch out a Pokemon, it does damage when they come out. So if it uses that, this could be a hard fight. Something just went down my throat badly. Ugh. Don't you hate that? Burn, bitch. Actually, burn, jerk. Because you're a male. And it leaves us just a sliver, of course. This might actually be a good thing because, if I remember correctly, he has 4 stores. And I'd rather have him waste one on Skarmory than have him on some of his other Pokemon. Some of his other Pokemon are a beast. Yep. Well, that's one 4-star down. Usually the rule of thumb is only having 3. God, it's so slow compared to when I use speed up. This is where I like playing by myself and not having to show anyone. Sometimes. It's fun. It can be fun. It's fun showing you guys too, otherwise I wouldn't put up these videos, but God, it goes so slow. Especially when I'm trying to explain shit. And that should be it. That last flamethrower took most of his HP. Just enough. Okay, next up should be a Claydol, level 75 moves. Earthquake, Ancient Power, Light Screen, and Reflect. Ah, crap. As you can imagine, this thing is going to spam Earthquake to hell. It also has a Light Screen and Reflect, which raise both physical defense and special defense a lot. So I'm going to go with Tarzan for a bit. You'll pretty much always start off using either Light Screen or Reflect to raise its defense, and then just spam the hell out of Earthquake. That's the basic thing I would do. So maybe I should... Oh, actually, it has Ancient Power, so I can't use Flying move, because I can't use a Flying type, otherwise it would get hit. If you have a Pokemon that knows Levitate, if you have a Pokemon that has a Levitate type, that's probably a good idea. Beyond that, try and find something that's kind of resistant to ground type moves, like Tarzan is, but this is still going to do some damage. See? Even though it's not effective. And this is going to be super effective, this isn't going to do that much because of the stupid Light Screen. Claydol's not even a bad Pokemon. Claydol's a decent Pokemon too. Yeah, see, Soul Beam did pretty much the same thing as Earthquake, even though Soul Beam has a charge. Now I'm just gonna have to spam Giga Drain and hope and see which one of us wins the war of attrition. And hope the guy doesn't get a freaking critical, because during my dry one of this freaking thing critical like twice on Tarzan. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Of course, a lot of this Pokemon actually know Earthquake. Like every trainer later on, he just spams the hell out of move. Gayest moves in the game. That way affected my ass. Doesn't know that Tarzan's slower than it too, but that's to be expected from 15 levels difference. Now he's probably gonna heal. I'm gonna be pissed. No, he doesn't, because I think he just wants to kill him. Kill me quick. I don't want to risk anyone really, so since I'm not pretty much not gonna use Neo for most of the rest of the fight. I'm just gonna use him to finish off Claydol and as a meat shield. This guy's tough. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I didn't use the full restore. Because it's his weakest Pokemon in terms of levels. I don't know. About to use Cradily. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. I hate this thing to death. Cradily moves Confuse Ray, Ingrain, Ancient Power, and Giga Drain. This is one of those Pokemon that just won't die. It just won't frickin' die. Basically what this thing's song and dance is that we'll use Ingrain, and then Ingrain so it'll restore health each turn, then we'll use Confuse Ray to confuse, and then we'll just spam Giga Drain to restore its health. I hate this thing. It is one of those Pokemon that just won't die no matter what you do to it. I don't think I'm gonna switch out to Meadowhead. Because this is rock grass, a lot of its types are covered that this is type there's stuff that's affected by. But one thing that's not affected by, still affected by in super effectiveness is a steel. Something else I want to use Meadowhead for too, but Meadowhead, don't miss! You bastard, I hate you so much right now. But if I need to, I will use a Force though. I'm not too proud to use one this fight. I mean, he uses them too. So we'll see who uses more. I just want to win this fight. And I should have already beat Cradily, because this is going to take more than half its HP, I think. Yep. So I should have beat it, but Meadowhead would have to be a bitch and miss. Attack rolls at least. And now it's going to use Ingrain, which means it gains more HP every turn, which is a bitch to deal with. You know, I have something with Meadowhead, but I really should have done is give him a Poison Berry so he can't get confused. That would have been a smarter move. Dumb was that on my part. Now he's just going to spam Ancient Power because Giga Drain's not that effective. Oh, neither of them are that effective. He's just trying to get his stats up. So just spam Giga Drain and Ingrain to keep himself healthy. If I get one more Meteor Mash in, I can win though. Yeah. That wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Okay, this is going actually pretty damn well. My dry one this went a lot worse. Aggron moves Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Solar Beam, and Thunder. And this thing's also is a sturdy nature, which means sometimes it will hang on with 1 HP. This thing's also tough, but thankfully it's still rock meat. It's quite weak to fighting types. So Gutsman, time to shine. Ooh, that's not good. Actually, it's not bad, actually, now that I think about it, because Gutsman's got enough HP, and it doesn't get the same type of attack bonus. So that shouldn't be too... So Gutsman should be able to survive this and then just kill with one more Vital Throw. There is something, but there's one Pokemon I'm kind of worried about, which comes up in a little bit. It's his last Pokemon he's going to use, probably, and it's a nightmare. Unless he uses it now, which I don't think he's going to. He's probably going to save it. Yep. Next Pokemon, Armada, moves Ancient Power, Aerial Ace, Water Pulse, and Slash, move level 76. This is probably his weakest Pokemon. As you know, Armada, when I use Armada for my team, he was a bitch. Pretty much useless because he's so weak to certain attacks. So Meadowhead's just going to rape him because, again, rock bug, so he's not immune to meteor. So meteor mash is going to absolutely destroy him. As we see here. Just like that. Now he's going to full restore, I think. Water Pulse is going to do absolute garbage. Its special attack is a piece of shit. So even with 16 levels higher, that did absolutely nothing. But unfortunately it confused me, so this dude's a bitch too. And I may have to use a full restore on Metalhead because it's confused and I don't want it to die. Thankfully, Water Pulse is the only move that even has a regular chance of hitting me. All those other moves are not that effective. And I'm on Metalhead. And I'm faster than it, even though I'm 16 levels lower than it. Metalhead. The only person you can only kill yourself in this match pretty much with our Metalhead, and it looks like you're going to. So I'm going to heal because he's already used 2 of these, so I feel like I should be able to use at least 1. Even though I have 42 and I would use all of them if I had to. I'm not that proud. Oh, come off! That thing does not have that good of a chance of confusing. It's a side effect. I think it's only like 1 out of 10, and he just hit me. And the first time, twice in a row, it got me. And of course he hits himself. Oh, game, sometimes I hate you. Mainly when I'm doing the battle pyramid and when you screw me like this. Okay, thank you. At least it was only 1 turn. Boom. He's not gonna use this final full restore on Armaldo. I know that. Now if I don't get confused again, we should be able to finish Armaldo next round. Good. He's using another one? What? Okay. Can you use 4? I don't remember him being able to use more than 3. I thought the rule of thumb was that every trainer could only use 3. Oh, fuck. Shit in a ball. Metagross, his most powerful Pokemon. Level 78 moves Meteor Mash, Earthquake, Shadow Out, and Psychic. Hein, protect me, buddy. Also, this thing's got a Citrus Berry, so be aware of that. So yeah, it also has Earthquake, which means it will also spam the hell out of that sometimes. Basic strategy here for me is to make it so that I can... Sorry, Hein, you're just gonna type it now. You have nothing but a meat shield and some bait. I'm just trying to make it so that he uses up his Citrus Berry. That's gonna do some damage. That did a lot more damage than I thought it was going to. Holy shit. So that can set me up for Muddy, because Muddy should do about half his HP. If I remember correctly from my dry run, which I did the exact same thing pretty much. Come on, Muddy, you've never failed me yet. Come on. Oh crap. Come on, Muddy. Yee. Oh good. Come on, Muddy. Yes! That's why I love you, Muddy. That's why you're my favorite Pokemon in the third generation. Frickin' love you. Oh god, thank you. And Metalhead, finish your fight. Oh wow, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. My dry one, that was hell. It took me like 3 tries last time, and this one's only taken me 1 and only used 1 full restore. And that's the end of that, folks. Whew. Wow. Victory is sweet. I had no idea you become so strong. Come and think of it, ever since our path first crossing Granite Cave in Dewford, I had this feeling that you eventually become the champion. Usually come true. Go from here. Even I couldn't tell you. I have you too. Oh god, dang it. Oh, and actually, we're not done yet. There was one last thing I want to show you guys. Nothing major. That was still the very action-packed finale. Just one thing I want to tell you guys quick. Thank God I told you this already, but just feel like doing it right now. Little Root, going back home. Professor Burke's lab. Dr. May there. And now, Professor Burke, once you have caught and registered... sure does it. Yeah, it's 200 different types of Pokemon. This includes evolution. So for instance, Swampert, since it has 2 evolutions, 3 evolutionary states, that means it counts as 3 entries. Once you've caught and registered 200 Pokemon, and that is actually possible with the Safari Zone in Emerald. If you catch everything you possibly can and evolve it, you can catch 200 Pokemon. He will reward you with 1 of 3 Pokemon: Cyndaquil, Chikorita, or Totodile. The 3 starters from the 2nd generation. I'm starting off with Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is the fire type of the 3. It evolves into Quilava, and then it'll evolve into Typhlosion after that. Typhlosion is fast and has high special attack, which is useful for a fire type, obviously, so that's a good choice. Totodile evolves into Croconaw, and then after that it will eventually evolve into Feraligatr. This one is a physical type Pokemon, good physical attack, good physical defense, which isn't the best for water type in this generation, obviously, but it's still a good Pokemon and stuff. It also has the widest variety of moveset it can learn just normally. Others you're gonna have to use TMs, which isn't a bad thing, I guess, whatever. Then finally we have Chikorita. Chikorita evolves into Bayleaf. Why can I not remember the names now? And then eventually evolves into Meganium. It is the defense of the type 2. It has good defense and special defense, but it's also the best all around, I'd say. Its stats are pretty well balanced, but its best stats are special and physical defense. All of them are decent Pokemon. My personal favorite is Typhlosion, simply because I'm an aggressive type of person. That came out very wrong. I'm aggressive when I just fight with Pokemon. Anyway, folks, that is this Let's Play. Oh my god, it's been over a year, but we are finally done. So I'll see you on my next weekend project, and I think you're going to enjoy it. For right now, this is Kid161. Goodbye, finally. Yeesh.